How's it all doing? So it's the final games of Group B. Now, what a group it's been. A group full of drama, controversy, VAR. When I said, there was going to be drama, it's lived up to it. And there's been loads going on, especially in these last couple of games. In this last game alone, the tables changed so many times between Portugal and Spain. Who's going to be winning the group. Iran had a final chance of, potentially causing an upset. Now, both games kicked off at 7 o'clock. That was Portugal versus Iran and Spain versus Morocco. Now, the game that I watched was Portugal versus Iran. That was on the TV. Now, let's bring up both teams for you. So the team that Portugal fielded was pretty much identical to the team that played last. With the likes of Ronaldo, started Rui Patricio, Pepe at the back. And as you can see for Iran, they haven't got really too many big names, but the team that they played was the team that played last. A team that the four had a chance against Portugal tonight. So let's talk about the first half. It was really cagey, 50-50 game. Both teams were going at each other. You would say Portugal, with their quality, they were seeming to edge it in terms of the possession, in terms of what they were doing with the ball. But Iran started to grow into the game, towards half time, and that was the way it was going up until the 44th minute, just before half time, when Portugal scored an absolute world class goal through Quaresma, where he basically hit it from the side of his foot, bent it with his right foot straight into the top right hand corner, or should I say the top left hand corner, and the keeper had absolutely no chance. And it's 1-0 to Portugal. You've got to feel a bit sorry for Iran because they played a decent game in the first half, but Portugal's quality shone in the end. Then we're going to the second half, and wow, what a second half it was, full of controversy, full of poor refereeing decisions. The referee wasn't really making any decisions for himself. He was relying on VAR too much. And this is the question, is VAR any good? Is it any good? Because, to be fair, a lot of the decisions were controversial. Now, let's talk more about the second half in terms of what happened. Now, Ronaldo was bang on goal and he was taken out by the centre-back for Iran. Now, was it a pen? In my opinion, it wasn't given, by the referee at first. He ran away from it. Now, it did take a bit of time before he discussed that with VAR. And looking at the VAR system, he gave the pen, which in my opinion, I don't think it was a pen. I think Ronaldo was looking for it. And, the keeper went on to save Ronaldo's pen, which was very, very poor in my opinion. And the score remained 1-0 to Portugal. And then, there was so much more controversy in the game again. There was loads of off-the-ball incidents, and Iran players, were getting yellow cards and they were losing their discipline. Same with Portuguese players. There was just so much, off the ball. And the longer this game went on, there could have been, at least 2 red cards within the game. Now, Ronaldo was very, very lucky as well, not to say a red. In my opinion, was it a red card? I don't think it was. I think the referee made the right decision with the yellow card. Now, it's one of them where you can and you can't give it, and he's looked at the VAR so many times, and I think it's the right call by the referee. Now, you see it how you wish. I think the referee made the correct call. And then, the game just turned really, really scrappy because of these off-the-ball incidents. And then, at the very, very end, Iran were given a pen in the last few moments of the game, going into the 8th minute. And the referee had a big call to make, when the ball went into the box and there was a potential handball from Cedric. Now, in my opinion, as much as the Iranian players were protesting, because if they'd scored, then there would have been, game on in the last sort of 4 minutes. The referee bought into it, and the Iranians were awarded the pen. Now, for me, I don't think it was a pen. I don't know what Cedric Suarez, or Cedric, should I say, I don't know what he could do, about that decision. I mean, for me, he's not really seeing the ball. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, yes, okay, it's kind of ball to hand, but it's not deliberate. And then the Iranian player stepped up and he put it into the top right hand corner, should I say. I'm losing my voice. And yeah, it finished 1-1 in the game. Now let's talk about the game, which also kicked off at 7 o'clock between Spain and Morocco. So first of all, Spain team pretty much identical to that played last, and the same for Morocco, the same team that played in the last game. Now let's talk about the first half. From what I've seen on the highlights, it just looked as if Spain in Morocco were just kind of, there wasn't much in it. It seems like it was quite tight. And, there was a bit of a mix-up between Ramos and Iniesta in the middle of the park. And, they both lost the ball. And then the player for Morocco picked up the ball. He's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he puts it past David De Gea through his legs. It's 1-0 to Morocco. Shock on the cards. And then, towards half-time, Spain did equalise through Isco. So it was some good play by Iniesta, making up for his error for the first goal for Morocco. He was not playing some 1-2 balls with his teammates, and then he picked up the ball. He ran in the box, and as he ran towards the byline, he crossed it, or squared it as you like, to Isco, and he couldn't miss, and it's 1-1 going into half-time. Going into the second half, it looked as if it was going to finish 1-1. Then Morocco took the lead from a corner with about 20 minutes to go. So the ball came in, and the player for Morocco headed straight past David De Gea to the top right-hand corner, 2-1. And then again towards the end of the game, it finished 2-2 with another VAR decision for Spain to equalise at 2-2. So what a sort of last game it's been in Group B. What a group it's been, in my opinion. Now let's bring up the league table for the final results. Now top of the group is Spain with 5 points, and then you've got Portugal second with 5 points, and then you've got Iran in third on 4 points, and bottom of the group you've got Morocco with a point. Now, commiserations to Iran and Morocco, especially to Iran. I think they played so well throughout the group, and now like Spain and Russia go on into Spain and Portugal go on to the group stages of the knockouts, and we'll go from there. So what was your standout game? VAR, are you a big fan of it? Yes or no? Leave your comments down below. Also stick a like on the video, and I'll see you back for the knockout stages. And don't forget to subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, and a big thanks to Varmarama for driving football for this World Cup. Anyway, until the next one, I'll see you later.